Thank you, Michael. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome for being here. So for these days, I think maybe all of you have already been bombed by an overwhelming informations, including cutting-edge technologies, including interesting things, maybe also including beautiful ladies. Okay, so today I will introduce the cloud roadmap and the solution roadmap for the international market. So it's totally different from the domestic market. So my name is Derek Wang. So I'm the director of the cloud architects, and my team members are distributed in a lot of cities, including Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Korea, India, Europe, US, and some other countries. So maybe you are come from one of these regions, and in the future, and you can contact with us and get more information. Today, I will give you a very rough introduction about the product roadmap. Sorry? What's wrong? Okay. Right now, Alibaba Cloud has already, in a lot of reports, that there are different results. So some of the reports, such as the Gartner, ranking Alibaba Cloud as the number 3 cloud provider, just behind Amazon Web Service and Microsoft Azure. And we have already acquired over 1 million payment users. And our cloud region, cloud data centers, are distributed in over 15 regions. For the overseas market, we have 8 regions. For the domestic market, we have 6 or 7 regions. And we have already launched around 600 access points, and our year-to-year growth surpass triple digit every year. It's amazing. So suppose given Amazon only has around 50 or 40% year-to-year growth ratio. Okay, this is in the footprint of Alibaba Cloud. So maybe one of you has already know some news from the public media. So right now I can introduce this footprint. So at the very beginning, we launched the Hong Kong data center in 2014, and we subsequently we launched the US West data center in Silicon Valley. So and then Singapore data center in 2015. September, and we launched the East Coast data center in US. And last year, we launched 4 more data centers, such as the Japan Tokyo data center, together with the SB Cloud, SoftBank, and the Germany data center in Frankfurt, and the Dubai data center, and the Australia data center in Sydney. So very soon, we will launch 3 more data centers, such as the Malaysia data center. So next month, and then earlier next month, November. So we are officially launch our new data center in Malaysia. And we are launch our new data center in Indonesia very soon, at the end of this year. And we do have 1 new data center plan, so from India. So India is very important in terms of the population. They have very big population, so for the mobile users. So a lot of even from the Chinese companies, they go overseas, such as Xiaomi, such as Vivo, so and a lot of other gaming and media companies, they go to India. They do need the cloud services, and even from the local companies, from the Indian companies, they also need some other cloud providers. Given Amazon and Microsoft has already launched a data center in India, they do need Alibaba Cloud because we have different cloud services. So if you ask any question to the CIO or CEO or other C-level customers, what is the most important concern for your cloud services, for your cloud adoption? I think security must be one of them. So how can we convince our customer so our cloud service is very safe and we can secure our customers' business running very smooth and safe on cloud? So we have already passed a lot of security compliance on the international standard, such as the ISO 27001, ISO 23000, and some others. So, for example, MTCS T3 is a very important security compliance in Singapore. So this is issued by Singapore government. So we partner T3 certificates. So only Amazon and Microsoft partner MTCS in Singapore, and the Alibaba Cloud also partnered MTCS T3. T3 is in the highest level for this certificate. And then we also pass a lot of industry certificates, such as PSI DSS. If you are an e-commerce company, if you are a financial company, so if you stored any data, so related to the payment system, so you must get a certificate of PCI DSS. So we have already got this certificate. And then we also get some industry, such as the movie. So MPA means Motion Picture Association of America. So there are a lot of Hollywood companies. So they have movies, they have some other pictures they needed to store on the cloud. So they must get a certificate of MPAA. So we already get this certificate. So, and we collaborate. We have a lot of users. They store the Hollywood movie on our cloud. So we can make this safe. And we also support a lot of healthcare and the gene company. We get an HIPPA, so which means healthcare insurance certificate. Okay, so this is a picture about our product and solution. So you will find that right now, Alibaba Cloud can provide a lot of cloud formations in terms of the public cloud and the hybrid cloud and the private cloud. So even you think about Amazon only provide a public cloud. They don't have any private cloud. Azure, Microsoft has Azure cloud, but Alibaba Cloud has a public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. And then we also has different cloud services in terms of IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. We have some computing, we have some database and storage, and some networking services for the IaaS. And we also have some PaaS services so for the middleware, for the database and some other. And then we also have some SaaS. So we complete our service portfolio. And there are some ranking from Gartner. So last year, earlier this year. So Gartner issued the magic quadrant for us. So this is the picture. So we just, this is our debut. This is the first time for Alibaba Cloud to attend this us magic quadrant inquiry. So we take the number 4 position. So hopefully, maybe next year, we'll get a higher position. So maybe this is our target. So this is our service portfolio. So you will find right now in domestic portal, we have already launched over 120 cloud services products. So these services cover different user scenarios, different segments, such as compute, such as network, storage, database, and then DevOps. And we also have some cutting edge and very fancy big data services, and then such as application services and monitoring services. So regarding the computing services, we have a very typical virtual machine we call the ECS, and then we also have some auto-scaling and SRB, and then we collaborate with Docker. We have container services, so the user is very easy to deploy their services on the Docker, and they can migrate their services seamless from the on-premise data center to the cloud. And we also have some high-performance computing services. We can provide the GPU services for some big data user scenario, for some picture animation, and some gene sequencing scenarios. So because there are so many services, and I have a limited time, so I won't introduce one by one here. So you can go to our international website, alibabacloud.com, to get more information. So this is our plan. So you know that for the domestic portal, they have over 120 services, but for the international portal, it's totally different. We only have over 30, 47 or 48 cloud services. But we are catching up. So we launched some internal projects. We'd like to complement our services on the international portal. So this is our roadmap. So this year, you will find we have planned to up to 45 products. So I think in January, we launched the EMR, so in the international regions, electric map reduce. And then we also launched the DTS, API Gateway, RS, RAM, WAF, which is very important for the enterprise customers. So if you are enterprise customers, usually you need some very complicated services, such as the auto-scaling. You can auto-scale your business when your business get very busy. Your CPU utilization ratio reached very high. So it can automatically add your instance by these services. And then we also have a log service and some MongoDB, Max Compute. So gradually, we complete our services on the international portal. And next year, in 2018, we are launching our service reached to 100 service products. So consider maybe only very few cloud providers can provide over 100 products. So this is significant. So this is our 2018 products exportation portfolio. We are exporting IoT suite. We are exporting the internet scale middleware services, EDAS, and some other services. And then we are launching our flowback and the PCDN and the Lighting Cube. Lighting Cube is very useful. So especially in the big data era. So Lighting Cube is a portable device, and it can store the data reached to petabyte level. So it's just like luggage, and you can send it to the other data centers, and it can import the data very soon. So because the internet bandwidth is limited, but if you have over terabyte data, even for the petabyte data, you cannot just transit your data over internet. So by this way, it's very easy to migrate your data from the in-house data center to our cloud. Okay, I will give you some brief introduction about the new coming. So this is the Max Compute. Max Compute is a fundamental product for even for Alibaba Group. So all Alibaba Group BU, such as Tmall, such as Taobao, such as Alipay, and the China Logistics, they all store their data on our Max Compute platform. So Max Compute platform is a large-scale distributed computing system. So it can store the data, and then it can combine over 10K physical nodes in one cluster. And it can store the data, over 100 petabyte data in one cluster. So if you have tons of data, no worry, don't worry. So it's very easy to store your data, so much data, and it can process data in very short time. So you can build up your data warehouse, and then you can extract the data from different data sources. Sorry. Okay, so there is something wrong on this. Okay, Open API. So this is the private cloud. We call it Apsara stack. So maybe you notice there is a truck on the ground outside this exhibition. So we just introduced our private cloud. So by this private cloud, if you do like our cloud services, but you really worry about the public cloud, if you store the data, so you think that this data is very sensitive, you don't want to store your data on the public cloud, then you can build up your Alibaba Cloud in your data center. So this is a private cloud. So you can move this public cloud into your data center. So it's very easy. So we can provide the private cloud. So by this way, you can build up you can use your data center and build up all the services in your data center. And then you can build up the hybrid cloud and connect your data center to Alibaba Cloud data center. And it's very smooth to migrate all your workload from your data center to our data center. Because we use the same code in terms of the Apsara stack, in terms of the public cloud. Okay, image search, very interesting topic. So if you ever use Taobao or Tmall, you can find that you can search any goods by keywords, right? But you can also use the image search. So if you say, this shoes is very good, I would like to buy the same shoes, then very easy. Take a photo at this shoes, and then you can search in the same shoes in the Taobao and Tmall. So it's very easy. So in the future, and we also support some customers in Australia. So this is a car sale website, and they have a lot of second-hand cars, and the users will upload the picture their cars onto their website. Previously, they use the manual way to identify the car's type. So which year, what type, and what is the brand. So if you have thousands of the users, even millions of the pictures, it can be used by the manual way. So we can automatically identify what kind of car this is. Maybe this is a BMW X5, and it produced in 2015. So it's very easy to identify and tag the cars. And there are some industry solutions I will introduce. Okay, we have the web hosting, we have the gaming, we have some e-commerce and video, and IoT, mobile service, finance. So these are the very typical solutions. If you really need some solution support, because you cannot just use the product to build up your business. You must land in your business by some solutions. We can provide these solutions. We can combine all the services and using the user scenario to land your business. I can introduce some solution, one solution, city brand. So it's very, so I think Dr. Wang has already introduced the city brand in the keynote speech. So we collaborate with the Hangzhou government, and we collect all the data from the taxi, from the traffic, bus, and some other public facilities. And then we can store the data on our cloud, and then we can categorize the data, and then do some data mining, do some machine learning, and then build up on the city brand. So we can reduce the traffic jam so significantly, and we can also even predict the traffic status in the future. So if you open the Gaode map or Google map, you can see in the real time traffic status. But how about the status in the future? It's very difficult to predict the traffic status in the future, but we can do this. So by this way, we can just reduce the traffic congestion. So in a city, in some cities. So we already land this city brand in Hangzhou city, and we also have planned to replicate, to copy this model to the other cities in China, even in overseas countries, such as Singapore, such as other countries. And this is the industry brand. So, AI is not a product. It's something like the electricity. It can empower every industry. So we also have the very traditional industry. So to do some transformation. So we can have the industry to improve their productivity. So we collaborate with the 协鑫光伏. I don't know how to translate 协鑫 into maybe just the 协鑫, okay, into English. So this is a manufacturing company based in Zhejiang. So we help them to increase their productivity, and we save their cost, reached to 100 million Chinese yuan. Okay, we also have some connectivity solution. It's very important for the overseas country if you do need to do the business in China. So for some well-known reason, so if you access the website outside China, you are facing some troubles. So you are facing connectivity troubles, and we can provide cross-border connectivity solutions. Okay, so this is security. We can quickly go through. So sorry, I'm running out of my time. Okay, we also have some video solution, and so this I have no time to introduce in the details. You can go to the website to browse our solutions. And this is the e-commerce solution. And digital marketing, very useful and very, this is an emerging industry for the OC market. And the hybrid cloud, we have some customer reference in a lot of industry and a lot of countries. Okay, this is a success story, the Hangzhou city brand. Macau smart city, just replicates the Hangzhou city brand in Macau. Genting is a very famous hospitality company based in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. AirAsia. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your listening. So.